welcome to another edition of Hardcore Wrestling Rants. I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, and I'm joined by the hardcore crew. Well, tonight, I'm just joined by the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV. Lance, what's shaking?
Not much, and even though he's not here, it's Joe at ExclusiveRun.com.
Well, then you like Joe will be joining us later on tonight, but, we'll have to see what happens. But for right now, let's get into it. So, Bianca Belair pinned Asuka for the WWE Women's Champion during the triple threat match at SummerSlam. However, Io Sky cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase and then took out Bianca and became the new WWE World Champion. Lance, you and I were talking about this, and Io Sky is a highly, she deserves this spot.
Abso-damn-lutely. And not to toot my own horn, but if ladies and gentlemen, if you go back and look at our prediction show last week, I point blank called it exactly.
Well, you did. I'm not sure we called that Bianca was going to win, but you definitely pointed out. I
thought Bianca was going to pick up the belt, and then Io was going to run down and pin her.
Okay, well, but you know what? I have to say kudos to you. And the match itself was all right.
Yeah.
When I saw Bianca win the title, and I have nothing wrong against Bianca Belair, I just think she's had the title too many times. I felt it was kind of a slap in the face to Asuka, but to have Io come down and beat Bianca, I was like, okay, I started chanting the, you deserve it, And so I'm really happy that it did work out that way. And I have to say that's probably the only thing that I was happy about when it came to SummerSlam. Moving on, WWE had their what's they're called tribal combat, but I call it more really like tribal bullshit. Out that way. It was just foolish. The way it all worked out is Jey Uso. Not only was he contending with Roman Reigns, but halfway through the match, Sika Sokola came down, and he got involved in the match. I thought Tribal Combat where, they'd ruled out that nobody else comes in. And I'm like, all right. So, but to have Jimmy Uso come in and turn on him, again, Lance, that was another call you made.
Yeah, no, I didn't call it.
Who called that one? Somebody said that. Maybe it was Joe. Then
I didn't call the brothers turning on each other. Joe, maybe.
I think so because I remember that we talked about Jimmy coming into it, getting involved in the match, and I didn't think. I'm like, it didn't make sense. But as I started watching, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, you think about it. He's not been off TV, so, and that's WWE's that's their mentality. Take the person out of the picture for a while so you kind of forget about him, and then there he is. And, I'm sorry. I mean, not that I think that Jimmy Uso should be WWE champion, but I think he would have been a good transitional champion just to get the title off.
Yeah.
So now you know what's going to happen in the next match, right?
Yeah, Jimmy versus Jay.
Yeah, at Payback. We're going to see a whole feud with those two.
Which, to be fair, brother versus brother draws money.
Well, it has in the past. I mean, when you talk about the likes of, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart,
Yeah.
That was a huge money. But then again, Bret Hart was a world champion.
Yeah.
Usos, okay, they've won countless championships. I think they're the longest reigning tag team champion. Am I correct on that one? Okay, we'll just leave that
They
alone.
swapped that damn thing so many damn times with who was the longest reigning thing. I don't even think the WWE knows anymore.
Yeah, because I know the New Day beat the record for a while, but I thought the Usos bought them. But I knew that they were the undisputed tag team champions until they lost them to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Speaking of Zayn, he's actually out with an injury. If I'm not mistaken, he was some kind of a sack. We were talking about this on the show earlier. And you said that you had saw the thing.
Yeah, okay. it happened when I want to say it was Killian Cross blindsided Sammy, or it might have been J.D. McDonough or whatever. But somebody hit Sammy from behind, and then Sammy goes down, clutching his arm, and then you see Hurricane, who is an agent backstage, ladies and gentlemen, just look down and see Sammy's elbow, and the look on his face is just, well, oh shit. Because it looked like he had something between the size of a golf ball and a baseball on the end of his damn elbow.
Oh, yeah. And those suck. I mean, we've actually seen, it's called a bursa sac injury.
Yeah.
And actually, Dean Ambrose, or now known as John Moxley, he had one at the bottom of his elbow as well in the past.
I think John Boy did too.
I believe so too. Yeah, John Boy. Yeah, John Cena also had this very similar thing. It just seems to those sacks always seem to like just to get it flared up, especially when it seems to be with athletes, mostly apparently wrestlers. So, but let's get back to the stories. Ronda Rousey looks like is going to be heading leaving wrestling. At least that's what she posted on Twitter. She posted on Instagram that she has no reason to stay in the WWE. Now that she is defeated by Shayna Baszler. There have been rumors about her leaving, but there was no confirmations of exits right now. On a side note, she's still a part of the roster, but when she did say that Baszler, you were the reason I got into the business, but now I have no reason to stay. Lance, what's your take on this? Do you think Rousey's taking off, or do you think this is a whole storyline?
We'll probably see her back at Rumble.
Okay, so she's just taking a vacation like she usually does.
I think so, because have we seen her get future endeavor? Have we heard anything from the actual business side of things about Ronda Rousey has been released from her contract? No,
nothing officially.
So this is a break, one of the breaks they just give Ronda every now and then.
And I want to welcome Terry 3G into our YouTube chat room. How you doing, Terry? And Lance says Lance called it just because he watched WWE from out of the most of us. And well, Terry, you're not wrong, because I watch very little of WWE nowadays, unfortunately. I watch the pay-per-views, maybe even watch an episode beforehand, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So, moving on, AJ Mendez, or as we know, AJ Lee, his contract is no longer with Women Wrestling. Apparently, the former women's executive producer for the company is leaving, but she didn't say why. But she did say that she will come back in the future. Lance, when you're an executive producer and things are going great and you have nothing but great things to say about a company, why leave?
Boss, here's the thing: have you seen Women of Wrestling, this current one?
No, I have not.
There's a reason why she left.
That bad, huh? Kind of like Chloe bad, or?
Current day NWA bad.
Ah, I see.
Nothing against the women that are currently on there, but yes. Now, what I'm wondering is how long until the rumors that AJ Mendez is coming to AEW?
Oh, God.
How long until those start?
I'm guessing about maybe give it 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
You know. And
honestly, we know it's coming.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I like AJ, and I think she was a great wrestler, but I don't think she's going to be needed back there. Maybe as a producer, if Punk pulls the strings, who knows? I don't know.
I'm flat out honest. Would I mark out if AJ came down to the ring? Hell yes. But do I think she's coming? Probably not.
Yeah, I find that highly unlikely. Like I said, if she gets back in, if she signs with AEW, it's going to be as a producer. She might make a few on-screen
Yeah.
Just to promote, Collision. But I think that's about it. I really don't see her. It's very highly unlikely.
Yeah.
And Sonya Deville has been missing in that action over the past couple of weeks. TMZ reported that Deville has torn her ACL injury. Oh my God, everybody's suffering from ACLs.
Yeah.
So she looks like she's going to be out for several months. Deville and Chelsea Green are the women's tag team champions. So the big question is now, what happens to those titles, Lance?
Okay. I think they've been looking for a reason to take the belts off of these two ladies since Matt Cardona did what he did in I want to say it was DDT, the Japanese promotion, where he came down wearing, mind you, a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship belt, which their belts on other people's TV is a big time no-no. So it to the point where Chelsea had to take to Twitter to say it was not the real belt; it was a replica.
Yeah, but even a replica
means that she got a call from Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah, but even still, I think still a replica as a wrestler wearing that is a no-no. I mean, we see wrestling fans all the time wearing WWE belts. I think even there was a time a couple of months ago where former TNT champion Darby Allin signed a kid's WWE championship. And he was like, whatever, he just...
Yeah.
So, but for wrestlers to come down one, even a replica, yeah, that is a huge no-no. Yeah.
I mean, hell, I got three, the Southern Heavyweight, the NWA belt, and the old Winged Eagle up on top of my entertainment center, so yeah. But, yeah, damn, they fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, another was a lady who's out of action. Liv Morgan took to Twitter where she posted a picture of her recently cut hair on the floor. Morgan is out with a shoulder injury with no return date. Interestingly enough, Shotzi shaved her head a few weeks ago. While WWE did use it as a storyline, Shotzi did this to support her sister who is battling cancer. Now, Lance, we talked about this a little bit before the show, and I don't think that Liv Morgan actually shaved her whole head. I think she just got a haircut.
Yeah, because Liv has done this on Twitter before when she gotten haircuts before. And two, it ain't her whole head because it looked to me like the strands of hair might be 8 inches, maybe. Liv has a lot more hair than that.
Yeah, and she might even be coming back with a new look whenever she does return.
Yeah.
So that's just something we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So moving on. WWE, as we all know, that Endeavor purchased WWE, has 51% of the shares early this year. Endeavor with WWE's merger is expected to finalize next month. I guess they wanted to wait till past the second quarter. Endeavor has stated in the past that Vince McMahon will run the company's day-to-day options. Triple H obviously still has his role as head creative. However, WWE Endeavor still sees Vince McMahon as an employee to Endeavor. And so now, Lance, let me ask you. With Endeavor actually now making this merger in, do you think they're really going to step in and do anything, or do you think they're going to stay true to their word?
Well, here's the thing. If the shit that's surrounding Vince keeps going on, they might not have a damn choice. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, within the past week and a half, didn't that son of a bitch just get indicted?
I also know that he went under surgery, spinal surgery, but
yeah,
I don't remember. I don't think he got indicted.
Yeah, I thought they served him with some warrants and on federal charges.
Really?
Yeah. And from what I hear, his lawyer just retired.
That's always a bad time.
The steroid trial. So they might not have a damn choice but to tell Vince to shut the hell up, and go to the old folks' home.
Fed subpoena of boss of Vince McMahon. Served a search warrant. I'm reading just real quick, just on NSBC.
Yeah, it was just he was subpoenaed, not indicted, but
yeah, subpoenaed.
Is there really much of a difference?
Huge difference. Indicted means you actually have to go to court. Subpoena means here you go. We're just searching you out. We're just looking. We're just checking. So huge difference. But I'm not even sure. Like I said, with Vince McMahon, the spinal surgery, that was underway. He went underway for 5 hours, but
damn.
Still, nevertheless, I think Endeavor, they could easily step in. Will they?
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time to find out whether they're going to or not.
Yeah, I mean, if they need to say, hey, time to put him at the pasture, it might be time.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get on to one last topic of the night. Things are not going too well for Judgment Day. Problems started to arise at SummerSlam during Finn Balor's match with Seth Rollins for the WWE World Championship. Then on Raw, Finn Balor and Damian Priest got into an argument backstage. J.D. McDonough gave his 2 cents on the issue, and he said that Priest's Money in the Bank briefcase could be the cause of the problems. Now, some people on our HWR page have said that they can see JD stepping in and taking Damian's place. I'm not sure if I see that, Lance. If you ask me if it goes anywhere, if this does see a break, I think we're going to see Finn Balor leave Judgment Day.
Well, the reason they could see JD step in, JD and Finn have a long history in the English independent scene.
Absolutely.
JD was known as like Finn Balor's little brother or something to that extent.
Yeah. Well, he even said on Raw that they've known each other for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, but it wouldn't make sense to pop out Damian Priest and like bring somebody else into the fold, especially where Damian Priest was pretty much the leader. So I don't know what you guys think of. To me, it's just I don't see that fit. So, but
I mean, I could see JD and Finn be a tag team.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it would go that direction. So, all right, guys. Well, you know what? We're going to wrap up this very short edition of Hardcore Wrestling Rants. We'd like to thank Terry 3G for hanging out with us. We're here, of course, every Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Later tonight on our chat group, Wrestling Rants, I will be covering AEW Dynamite, as I do for the most time. Lance, you're over at Lance Moss TV. What do you got going on?
Well, right now, it's just every Tuesday night we go live on Lance Moss TV and Friends, where we shoot the shit for roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours at 7:05 Central, 8:05 Eastern. Anywhere else, you do the math.
All right. And, of course, Joseph Knight, who's not here tonight. You could check his out if you're a gaming fan. Joe likes to play wrestling games from yesterday, today on console and on PC. It's under Skeldon Realms. Just do the hashtag. I know that he is on Facebook, YouTube, and I think Twitch. Forgive me, Joe, if I misspoke. So, for the Hardcore Crew, I'm your Hardcore host, Rick Head, saying we'll see you when we see you.
Buy the shirt!